Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Build a Beat. Today we're gonna try something different. This one is Build a Beat cooking edition. We're gonna be cooking fried rice. And as we're cooking, I'll be recording some sound bites of different things like chopping carrots or, I don't know, frying, whatever we can come up with. We'll just be recording and we're making it to a beat. I got my trusty Zoom out already. We're gonna be recording our stuff with that.
Any sound that we make in the kitchen will be part of your collection of sound bites.
Right, yes. All right,
Wish us luck.
let's go. So, Mica wanted to cook fried rice, so we got all the ingredients out now. See, look, we got carrots, onion, garlic, some, what is this? Onion? Green onion. And some celery. We got corn and some butter. These are the main ingredients for fried rice. And of course, we already have rice over here that's cooked. Let's get to it. Come on. Yeah. Whoa.
You can hear it.
That was a good sound, yeah. Don't break it down. Ooh. Yeah, that could be like a bass kick right there. We're gonna need some notes, so we need a sample. I think this would be a good thing to sample right now. We get some notes out of this cup. Ooh, that should be good.
Ooh, we cooking fried rice.
So I'm thinking that we need more sounds because we have a bunch of percussion stuff for like snares and hi-hats and shakes. That's all covered. We have like one note, but I can work with that. But I think we could work with something else with notes. So Mica had an idea for her coffee. So we're gonna record some coffee. There's your bloop, bloop,
You
bloop,
could hear
bloop.
it?
Yeah.
Cool. That looks and smells good.
So do you. We pretty much have everything done. We got the fried rice is
done.
almost done, right? So I think this video turned into a Build a Beat cooking edition with fried rice and making coffee.
Okay, we are all done. We're finished cooking the fried rice. JR is holding it right here. It looks and smells amazing. And I finished my iced coffee, which I'm about to drink right now.
So now we just gotta go in the studio and make some sounds and turn it into a beat.
Cool.
What's up everybody? Welcome to the studio. You're up in the Homeworkz studio now. But just in case you're wondering, yes, it's a new day. I'm in different clothes. My hair even grew out. We got this quarantine hair on me right now. I look like a Lego head. But I got sidetracked. I couldn't continue the video until today because we did this prank on my friend Chris Lawrence, which is so hilarious. You guys gotta check it out. It's the video upload before this video. I promised and I vowed that I would get payback. And I did. So I got Chris Lawrence and next is Billy. Because these two pranked me on this show called Gandang Gabi Vice. And they got me really, really good. Which is on YouTube also. You might want to check that out. But I got Chris. I finally got it. So check it out. Okay. So I finally made a beat with all the sounds. Check it out. Let's get into it. Okay, so I just pulled up the session. And the first thing that I did was I put all the sounds that I thought that could make good instruments into one track. And I lined them up all right here. See? See, they're all different sounds. Got some ice right there. That's the coffee maker. So we did that, and then I took out and I cut up some pieces and I made them individual tracks. Now mind you, this whole track I just used sounds from what we recorded from cooking the fried rice. There's nothing else in there, right? So here are some of the sounds that we used. I think that was Mica pouring some milk. What I did was I chopped it up and then I just put it on beat. Right there. So okay, we got this one sound.
Cooking fried.
What I did was I cut it and then I shaved off the end of it with a little fade tool, which is right there. And then I added some EQ to it. Just shaved off the low end, shaved off some high end. See, we made a little radio soundy. And then I added some delay on it. And then I added some distortion. There we go. Same thing for this other sound over here. I got that from Mica. She was saying whoop. Here's another vocal that I got from Mica. I had to throw in the cooking fried rice in there somewhere, right? So this is the original.
We cooking fried rice.
And then on the EQ, I rolled off some low end and some high end to get that little radio sound.
We cooking fried rice.
And then again, I added some delay on it.
We cooking fried rice.
Right? But this time, I added a ring shifter to it so we could sound.
We cooking fried rice.
There we go. So right here, I have this one sound. I think this is from the cup. So I got it. And again, on the EQ, I rolled off the low end and the high end. Get a little bit warm. And then I added some tremolo on it. See? And then I added some reverb on it with Space ID. And then, of course, I pitch corrected it to the G note because I'm going to use it as an instrument. Want to make sure that the notes are right. And last, I put this scanner vibrato on it to make it sound like this. So what I did was I bounced that down and then I loaded up into Alchemy. Brought the glide up a little bit. I messed with these little knobs over here, the res and the cutoff. And then, see the beginning portion of it, I kind of moved it a little bit, the attack. So then it kind of has like a little swoop up. And then I was able to make chords. It sounds like this. So here's another one. So here's a cup sound that I just added some reverb on it. And then I put it in Alchemy to make these notes. So here, I took the coffee maker sound. I bounced that down and I threw it in Alchemy and added some delay on it so I can create this. See that little sound? All I did was I used the pitch bender when I played it. Just to make that little. So, what I did was with that same coffee maker sound, I put it in Alchemy and then I used it as a bass sound. So this is what it is. But I also layered it with a deep sub bass, which is kind of like an 808 bass sound in Logic. So it became like this. Okay, so now I got this one sound over here. I wanted to make this sound a bass kick. So what I did was I transposed it down just 3 half steps. And then I put EQ on it. I added a ton of low end on it and shaved off some of the high end and got that. And then I layered it with this sound to make it thicker. I think that's from the trash can. So what I did was I just added a ton of low end to it also. And got that. And together they sound like this. And that's our bass kick. So here's another sound that I thought that could be nice for a snare. What I did was I just transposed it 3 half steps up. And that's pretty much about it for that. But I needed it to sound a little thicker, so I layered it with another sound. What I did was I chopped it up a little bit, and then I got this right here on the bottom. That. And then I transposed it down 4. So we got that sound out of it. And I messed with the EQ. I rolled off the low end, and over here I curved up some of the mid-high, and I added some high end to it, which sounds like this. And together, they sound like a little snare happening now. See? Next we have this sound over here. What I did was I chopped it up and I made it in time. And then I added some EQ to it. I just added some high end to it. And then I pitched it up 5 half steps up, which sounds like this. And now we got a shaker. So to add variation on the snares, I found this other sound. And then what I did was I pitched it up 3 half steps. Became like that. And then I added some EQ to it. And then on the EQ, I rolled off the low end. And then I added some reverb to it. And then what I did was for a reverse snare, I took that same snare that we added reverb to, and I bounced it down, and I just reversed it. So we got this. So I wanted to make a B section, and I needed to make like a pad type of sound. So what I did was I took our coffee maker sound again, which is that. I pitched it up an octave, which became that. Then I added a pitch corrector to the B note, so it's precise and it's right on. And then I added some silver verb for some reverb, just to smooth it out a little bit. And then of course, I rolled off a lot of the high end just to smooth it out even more. So I bounced it into Alchemy and put some chords to it. And then I messed with the cutoff knob right here. And then next I rolled off a little bit of the beginning, messed with the attack. And then after that, of course, I added some tremolo to it. Give it a little bit of a texture. And I EQ'd it, rolled off the bottom end, rolled off some of the high end, and blasted some of the mid-high end. And got that. And then I did a little automation to it. I was messing with the cutoff sound right here. Came up with this. It's one of my favorite sounds in the whole track. So there's another sound that I want to show you that I really like. I took Mica's woo, this one. And then I just cut it, made it into that. What I did was, of course, with the EQ, I wanted to have that little radio sounding kind of thing. I rolled off the low end, rolled off the high end. Got that. And then I pitched it to the note of E, which gave it like a little swoop up effect. And then I bounced it down and I threw it in Alchemy again. And I made notes out of it. And I made sure to throw this glide knob up so then that way when notes overlap, it'll have a glide effect. See that? But of course, I wanted to mess around a little bit more with the EQ, give it a little more texture on it. So I rolled off the low end, gave it some mid-range. And then I put some delay over it. And there, I made a little synth sound out of Mica's woo. But I had a lot of fun making this track. This is actually the first track that I've ever made like this, just from recording sounds from the kitchen and make it into a track. A lot of this inspiration came from Andrew Huang and also to Simon Servita, who are also on YouTube. Shout out to these guys. They're really showing me a lot of tricks. Also to Marcus Davis. What's up to you guys? Check out their channels. They have some really good content and making beats. But, you know, I'm really excited to show you guys. So here goes nothing. Hope you guys like it. I hope you guys liked the video. I had so much fun making this track. It's the first time I ever did anything like this, but I think it turned out pretty dope. I hope you guys liked it.
And we decided we are going to write a song to this track. So head on over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/MicaJavier to check it out.
Yeah, when it's done, we'll post it on hers, okay? Mica Javier, don't forget it. Peace, everybody.